crack into the American mainstream and hold on for dear life. Which basically means Bell told both guys to go kick rocks and the league was not interested. In frustration and an attempt to get Bell to budge, Hunt suggested that he and Adams might start their own league, with blackjack and hookers. Per Eisenberg, Bell, who was facing down an impending hearing with Congress, told Hunt, "It's up to you. After all, competition is the American way." Bert Bell may have solved one problem with Congress, but for his owners, he created a potential land war, as Bell revealed the AFL to the world and the United States Congress on July 28, 1959, as we go to this story from the New York Daily News.
This album is not available in any store at any price. To get Conway's biggest, you must act now.
Hello, darling. Nice to see you.
You'll get all of Conway's #1 hits. Hello, darling. 15 years ago today. Never been this far.
If you want to groove yourself,
Move yourself.
to the magic land, it's Astroland.
Astroland.
And Coney Island.
At Plato's retreat, you can make your dreams come true. Fulfill your wildest fantasies, we've got them all for you.
Now's the perfect time, and the season is just right. You can play all day and dance into the night at beautiful Mount Airy Lodge.
When you explore,
New York wins.
When Wall Street soars,
New York wins.
when sales begin,
When styles are in, anytime you wear a grin. New York wins. New York wins. City folks all cheering. Something's got the spirit. Hear it on 10-10. New York wins.
WABC's Batman a Go-Go. Wham, scrunch.
New grid loop in 60, Bell reveals by Jerry Green, New York Daily News, Wednesday, July 29th, 1959. Washington, July 28th, News Bureau. NFL Commissioner Bert Bell revealed today in Congress of all places a new 16 pro football league that will be operating from coast to coast in the fall of 1960. The revelation before the Senate Antitrust and Monopoly Subcommittee took the play entirely away from the subject under consideration. Two bills to put the purely business aspects of professional sports under the antitrust laws. The commissioner, confessing ignorance as to the exact location of the franchises in the new loop, believed they would be located in New York, Minneapolis, Denver, Houston, Dallas, and Los Angeles. Plans of the promoters, whose names were not revealed, called for eventual expansion of the league to 8 or possibly 10 teams, he said. Other interested cities were Buffalo, Louisville, Boston, Miami, Seattle, and San Francisco. Bell told the subcommittee that the NFL would welcome the newcomer with open arms and not one owner in the National League is opposed to it. He quoted George Preston Marshall, owner of the Washington Football Club, as saying, "If they're great, it will be great for us. If not, they'll only hurt themselves." The commissioner said he had permission from the new league backers to spring the announcement at the anti-monopoly hearings. He indicated Big Texas Oil Money was backing the venture, saying, "I have a meeting with these people from Texas in a few days." The only name Bell brought up in connection with the new league was that Davey O'Brien, former TCU All-America quarterback, who later was an NFL star. O'Brien, he said, had approached him in connection with one of the proposed new teams. Bell told the subcommittee the old All-America Football Conference folded because they didn't have football men operating, and he has cautioned all those who have approached him about the new loop to get experienced managed later in the week, and said he had no doubt the venture would be successful if they can get up the necessary cash. On the subject for which he was called as a witness, Bell endorsed as a basically sound football, basketball, and hockey under antitrust laws with specific exemptions for non-business aspects. But the commissioner said needs of football called for some players to give written consent before he is drafted.
Then Bell goes off and dies. Over 2 months or less removed from the father of the modern NFL passing away, this massive void was going to be filled by someone decided upon by bigots, gamblers, and joined the NFL at the dawn of the 1960s. Just under a month after the Colts won a second NFL title, a bit more comfortably than their first, entering the Kenilworth Hotel that week were two men that were marked as favorites for the job. The first being the man who was tasked with holding down the fort since Bell's passing, interim commissioner and longtime Bell Lieutenant Austin Gunsel. The biggest champion of Gunsel, a former FBI man, was Washington Commanders owner and aforementioned bigot George Preston Marshall. Gunsel was someone who Marshall thought would maintain the status quo, especially after being brought in by Bell to act as the chief investigator of the NFL while serving at the FBI. The other candidate would be a general counsel of a team from the West Coast who looked to shake things up in the NFL and move the NFL's offices to San Francisco. Marshall Leahy, the in-house counsel to the former AAFC turned NFL club, the 49ers, had the support of not only his club, but the Packers, Lions, Cardinals, and the Los Angeles Rams, who were the league's most western cities in 1960. The Rams, represented by general manager Pete Rozelle alongside founding owner Dan Reeves, was in the midst of the AFL-NFL war coming to his front door as Baron Hilton of the Hilton Hotel chain had purchased a team named after his charge card company that aimed to compete with Rozelle for talent on and off the field. Hilton would sign Rozelle's recently fired coach Sid Gilman to lead his new Los Angeles Chargers. Needing a 2/3 majority, Leahy just had 8 of the 9 votes needed to secure the job after 8 rounds of voting. Washington, Philadelphia, and Baltimore were all holding out for Gunsel for a variety of reasons, one of which was the previously mentioned move of the league office to San Francisco. But there was a much larger issue at the root of the deadlock in Miami Beach. It was a battle that had been building between one of the league's longest tenured owners and Marshall, and a man who had abstained from every ballot to that point in Miami Beach, the man who was there from day one of the National Football League, George Halas. Halas walked into the Kenilworth champing at the bit over expansion, something he long desired, especially as the American Football League had been focusing on not only existing NFL cities like New York and Los Angeles, but Halas's desired expansion cities of Dallas and Minneapolis. You could trace Halas's non-votes back to just 12 days before the meetings, with 2 stories printed inside the Miami Herald.
Marshall denies NFL growth plan. Miami Herald, Thursday, January 14th, 1960, via the Associated Press. The Washington football team, whose owner George P. Marshall has been outspoken against expansion of the National Football League, will present a new plan for increasing the NFL from 12 to 16 teams in 1961, the Washington Post said Wednesday night. The newspaper said the plan will be offered by the Washington team at a special meeting of club owners in Miami Beach on Sunday. In Miami Beach, Marshall and Leo Diorsi said they will present no plan Sunday for expansion of the NFL in 1961. Whether the Washington team later come up with an expansion proposal, Marshall said, is just problematical. The Washington plan set forth by C. Leo Diorsi, the team's director, who will cast the team's vote, calls for a veto of 2-team expansion in 1960, but admission of 4 new teams in 1961. Austin Gunsel, acting commissioner of the league, confirmed Tuesday that applications for franchises, accompanied by a $25,000 earnest money check, had been received from 4 clubs: Dallas, Minneapolis-St. Paul, Miami, and St. Louis. Gunsel also said that he had been notified by Marshall that Diorsi, the attorney for the Washington team, would be authorized to vote for the team at the executive committee meeting, at which all clubs will be represented. A faction led by George Halas, owner of the Chicago Bears, has been holding out for the admission of Dallas and Minneapolis-St. Paul to the NFL this year. Halas claims support of 10 clubs. Diorsi, queried by telephone in Miami, told the Post Halas would be unable to muster enough votes to expand the league this year. Diorsi predicted that Marshall's opposition to expansion would be withdrawn if the league voted for 4 more franchises instead of 2. A 14-team league is unworkable schedule-wise by my calculations, Diorsi said. A 16-team league broken down into 2 8-club divisions would be easily practical. Diorsi said Marshall was opposed to the addition of franchises this year because it might be construed as interference with the new American Football League. Foss waxed NFL moving in on AFL by the Herald Wire Services. Joe Foss, commissioner of the new American Football League, took a few verbal potshots at his elderly rival, the National Football League, Wednesday. The former governor of South Dakota said the NFL was dead set against expansion until the AFL was born. As late as last year, Dallas and Minneapolis were told by the NFL that they didn't have a chance, that they were just wasting their time, Foss said. Then Mr. Hunt organized a new league, and the National League, I think it was Mr. Hallis who made the statement, said it planned to go into Minneapolis and Dallas. Asked if the NFL is considering expansion to Atlanta, an AFL city, Foss retorted that they might as well try for 1,000 batting average. They've been trying to move into every other place we've been.
As Marshall and Hallis played politics in the press and set up their various smokescreens ahead of the NFL's conclave, Marshall had ulterior motives to stave off any expansion, especially in the South. At this point in its history, the NFL's syndication rights were a bit of a gong show. But for Marshall, with Washington being the league's southernmost team on the East Coast, he felt that gave him divine right over those markets, especially syndicating his games across the South, with Dallas being one of Marshall's more successful markets. Hallis, who saw this league start in the back of an Ohio auto dealership, now found its players on the cover of major magazines, television commercials, and in the spotlight across Madison Avenue, wanting to grow the game. His game, to as many places as possible, and was ready to do absolutely nothing to ensure absolutely everything he wanted would happen. In our next chapter, we take you inside the coverage at the Kenilworth Hotel as the legendary Miami Herald columnist Edwin Pope breaks it down as we dig into Secret Football History. Thank you so much for taking some time and listening to Secret Football History. This has been written by me, Matt Ryan, researched by me as well, Matt Ryan, but produced in part alongside lovely patrons like you. Take a look at the screen, or just wait a little bit and see in our description. We thank you, we love you, and also produced with help from my buddy and yours, Dr. Download. Thank you, my friend. Your help has been invaluable. Want content like this quicker, faster, sooner? You can donate to the Patreon, and also, let me know what you think. Am I right about the Rams being the most consequential franchise in NFL history? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and also, we'll see you soon. Bye. A7FL, what's going on, everybody? Matt Ryan here with you. It is time for the A7FL Games of the Week. GOTW 2026 starts now. I'm Matt Ryan as we bring you the action here on the Creator Sports Network. We will be with you the whole game, the whole time, so don't worry, don't fret. Your buddy Matt Ryan's here with you, and we're going to have a lot of fun, and we're going to do a lot of cool stuff, so don't you worry. And I'm back here. Hi, I had to switch the camera because, in the long story short, the feed needed to be the feed and did the thing with the feed. But we are here live on GOTW 2026. We are so glad you are here joining us. It is the BIC and the U. You've got the Trenton BIC. Let's meet the Trenton BIC roster. We got Ashante Worthy, Sterry Codrington, Kason Campbell. New additions, though, Manny Diaz, Saheed Blacknall, and Wilson Bell joining the team. Let's run through that again. The defending national champions making their way. You see Kason Campbell. What a year that young man had in 2025. Looking to redo that again in 2026. But where you see Kason, you see Hollywood. And there you see Kason Campbell in the championship game. He had one hell of an afternoon. Not as good as Matt Riddick, but it certainly was a great day at the races for the one and only Kason Campbell. And cannot wait to see what he does today against the Paterson U. The Paterson U rebuilt from the ground up, but you can't talk about the BIC without that man right there. Quattro himself, Sterry Codrington. Codrington returning to lead this team, trying to go to their 5th national title in 6 seasons. They went in 21, they won in 22, they made it in 24, and won it again in 25. And this is the matchup you wanted to see on opening day. Codrington can beat you in the air. He can beat you with his legs, as you see here, against the Paterson U. And then that toss back to Hollywood, Ashante Worthy. It is going to be a great day of football. But let's not forget about the Paterson U, because Quattrell Huffin is back, and he is loaded for bear. Bone Harris, Marcellus Pack, Amir Chick Morris, Dan the Man Griffin on this team, alongside a lot of the other Baltimore mainstays. This team is nipping at the heels of Paterson. If you didn't catch the Silk City Animals and Renegades game earlier today, Animals looking a little worse for wear. They weren't fully staffed to start things off, but the Renegades made them look human. The top 2 teams in the East might be in this matchup here today. But Quattrell Huffin, what can you say about Quattrell Huffin? One of the greatest quarterbacks I've ever seen. One of the greatest players in league history. He'll have to share it with Baltimore legend O.G. Buck. But this Paterson U defense historically has been a powerhouse. Will they be the same as they have been in years past? You've got Terrell Burks joining them on defense. You have so many new options. Amir Morris, Chick will be in the secondary. They got Neon Dion Davis, who was a great player in this league historically. And folks, this is going to be a barn burner. If you've never seen the A7FL before, what do you need to know? Well, first, it's 7-on-7 football. No pads, no helmets. It's all action, the 3-on-1 throw-off, which is what we're about to see. You see the legend Hirsch there, and then a running clock. The clock will run except for throw-offs and dead ball plays up until the under 2 minutes in the second quarter and the fourth quarter. And they've got a new rule in the A7FL. It's called the get back. All 4 quarters, this is in play. After a team has scored and there is a score disparity, the team losing, after they score on a 3-on-1 throw-off, if they can stop their opponent behind the 20-yard line, they get the ball back at the 50. There you see the Paterson U set up on the sideline. Quattrell Huffin wearing number 3 today. We'll be seeing him possibly play both sides of the ball. And I'm so glad to be here with you guys hanging out on this Sunday afternoon. Shout out to Shorty Tyara 2139 for Tajon Webster in the chat saying this feels right. It does. It does feel right. It does feel good. It feels good to be in the chair talking football with you. And I know I'm not where I used to be, and that's fine. And I know, and I'm sorry. But folks, we are here. We are live on the A7FL Games of the Week. And I cannot wait to bring the action to you here on the Creator Sports Network. Let me adjust my screen here a little bit. I'm doing this all myself, and this is very, very annoying. But there we are. That's normal there, but we've got some great options for you here today. BICU, and it will be Quattrell Huffin throwing the ball off for the Paterson U. They will be throwing the ball off to the Trenton BIC, and that is going to be huge. That is going to be big for the BIC to set the momentum and start this game right. We are live on the Intergalactic Sports Network. I want to thank the Creator Sports Network and the Intergalactic Sports Network for bringing me here to let you guys call the action. We are live here on Creator Sports Network. Tell your friends, tell your enemies. We are live. And it will be Ashante Worthy returning the ball for the BIC. And you see the No Limit Pro stats. Ashante Worthy, 0% exhaustion. Well, it's the start of the game. I'd hope not. The ball is up and the 3-on-1 is in the air. Here we go with the start of the 2026 season. Worthy gets to the 25, to the 30. Goes near the 35, and Huff will be the one to wrap around him like a backpack and get him out of play near the 44. And it will be Ashante Worthy throwing the ball off of the return. He'll be making his way back to the field alongside Carnell Wachter. You see him there, number 52. Chum, number 56, he'll be there. And this will be an interesting option for the BIC. I don't think they're fully loaded. I don't know how many members are on the sideline. But we see the return here for Worthy. Got to the 40. They might call him out a little before then. But it will be 1st and 10 for Trenton. As we continue here on the Creator Sports Network, 1st and 10. In motion. It's Ole Bell, the snap. Thrown underneath. That's Ashante Worthy. Worthy will get towards the sideline. A moderate gain. And Ryan Shamar saying what's up as our large and in charge official sets his foot down. 14:20 left to go in our first quarter. The BIC moved the ball ahead. Sorry for drinking in everybody's ear. This is weird, right? Seeing my face the whole time? That is weird. This is very, very weird. But we are here on the Creator Sports Network. Matt Ryan here with you. Ashante Worthy's readiness is at 100%. I don't know what that means. I have no clue what any of that means. But we are here. 1st and 10. It'll be Worthy walking back into the slot. And you have Kason Campbell there right at the bottom. Three wide receivers. Campbell will move over towards the bottom of your screen. 2nd and 5. Codrington swatted, and that one will be knocked down, and it will be 3rd down. And that could have spelled disaster for the BIC on their first play of the day, and that's the dot boss, Markeith Williamson. A guy who is devastating on the line, whether it's defensive or offensive. We see here on the replay. Gets the arms up, was going immediately to KK. They kind of gave that one away. Telegraphed. Is that a phrase you can even use in 2026? Is telegraph a phrase that the kids would get? I don't know. I wish I knew. I'm an old man. I don't know these things anymore. But it is 3rd and 5. 13 minutes left to go in our first quarter. Matt Ryan here with you. And they will have Stephen Jones set up in the backfield. 2 wide receivers more on the line. The handoff. SJ looking. He will cut to the outside, and he will be stumbled and smothered again by Williamson. The dot boss and Huff out there on the field. This BIC defense... this Paterson U defense giving the BIC offense a bit of trouble, and it will be 4th down. And the BIC will go for it here on 4th. Not what you want on a 3rd down play. They lose yards. It is 4th and 9. They'll send one man out wide. You have Worthy right there in the slot. Campbell at the bottom of your screen, the snap. Codrington with time, gets it to KK, and Campbell will find himself across the 50-yard line and get the first down, keep things going on what was now actually 4th and 6 with 11:46 and counting. The clock should still be running, but your score is still 0-0 and a fresh set of downs for Trenton. Take a look at the chat. And Saeed Blacknall is number 3. I want to thank Tejon Webster for that. He is one of the new additions. Former XFL, NFL, and D1 wide receiver Bone Harris with the catch. And the big man moves downfield and gets to the 31-yard line. And a lot of conversation and consternation on what that was supposed to be. And that will be a first down for Trenton. Cole Gardella in the chat saw him as a member of the LA Wildcats. Who are we, the Wildcats? Who are we playing? The Wildcats. And Blacknall caught a touchdown at MetLife Stadium in 2020. But look at that there. That is a perfect street ball catch. Bone Harris, that's what I used to do on the corner of 47th and 7th. And cracking through the line, it's first down for Trenton. Bone Harris on the play. Man, it feels good to be back. I don't care how many people are watching or how many people are listening. It is so fun to be here with you guys. The snap. Codrington with time over the middle. Blacknall, first down. Gets to the 16-yard line. Quick little post pattern. Hit the corner. Gets around 21. And that is a first down for the BIC. Saeed Blacknall played for Penn State. Was a part of that same group as Codrington and Worthy and Kason Campbell in high school. All growing up together. And a shout out to Distant 099 watching along. You guys are my commentary partners now. You're Corey and Rob. The snap, the handoff. Jones finds a seam, gets inside and brought down around the 10-yard line, and it will be second down. It's not an end goal situation. But Jones on the run. Gets it to be 2nd and 6, a gain of 4. And you see just over 6 minutes gone, just about 6 minutes gone by in our first quarter. The BIC, known for big plays, known for big players, have been working and chomping down and trying to chop down the Paterson U defense, keep them on the field. As I don't see Huff out there in the secondary. They'll spare him on 2nd and 5. Codrington with 3 men on the line. Worthy in motion. The toss to Ashante Worthy. He'll cut around. He'll find an option. He'll find a seam. Can't get there. Met at the Rubicon, known as the Asbury Park goal line. But that will be enough for first and goal at the infinitesimal mark for Trenton. What a play there by Ashante Worthy. That vision. I have contacts now, so I can see it a lot clearer, but the guy has field vision that not many people can match. And watch K-Wack on that block right there. You know, this could have been a hold, but no one called it. And Worthy fighting to keep that ball. That almost got popped out. But it will be enough to keep BIC with the ball and the first down. Let's watch again. The toss and just finding the seam. Watch Worthy's decision-making. Knows he can't go, finds the inside seam, waits for it, attacks. 22 gets a little flat-footed, little bit of help from K-Wack on the hold, gets him to the 1-yard line, and now the BIC get a chance to put 6 on the board before anybody else. That is not a tud. Skylar Lash making his way back out there. First time we'll see him, I believe, in 2026. Was featured in the GQ article about the A7FL last year. Change up the rotation. Ashante out. We'll bring 24 in. I believe that's Wilson Bell rocking number 92 on the offensive line. That is a lot of bodies. That is a lot of human being. And I think that's Trey Robinson wearing 24. I cannot make that out from where I know that's not Trey. But Jones set up to the right of Codrington. 24 will take it. 24 will be stopped and denied, and they will lose about 4. It'll be 2nd and goal. As a little bit too Western Union there. Telegraphing like you're writing your grandmother or you're saying goodbye to a contentious ex. And right there, a contentious tackle by number 34 and number 1 on the Paterson U defense. That's that's Dion Davis and Anthony Arce. The snap, the handoff. Codrington will keep it. He pushes Jones to give him an option, and Codrington will prance in there. It's SJ going, bro, I didn't know what the fuck you were doing. Codrington saying, hey, motherfucker, I'm going into the end zone. Touchdown, BIC. Codrington just happy to get points on the board as Trenton takes the lead. And we're back here, set at the bottom of your screen. I coughed and then I hit the button and then realized I hit the button. Huff on first down. 6:28 left to go. The handoff to the big man, number 22, and he gets stopped and denied trying to use his tonnage to get to the first down marker and cannot. There we go. I learned how to use my cough button. I'm learning all of the equipment like in real time, so I'm sorry, guys. And I think I'm back now. Doing all this shit by yourself is tedious, but not as tedious as trying to get past this BIC defensive line. Don't have Big Mo, don't have a lot of big bodies, but as long as Ole Bell and Trey Baskerville are out there for the BIC, it's going to do a lot of fucking damage. Dirty Dan in green looks good. I like it. I like it a lot. Manny Diaz as DP is a weird thing. I don't know how to feel about it. Huff tosses it to Dirty Dan. Dan being chased by Olay, and that will be brought down at the 37. Not enough for a first down, but a good 3rd and short, but a flag on the field. As we see Will Franklin, our rules advocate, and that's a foul on the BIC, roughing the passer. So that will give some credence in Clearwater for the Paterson U's revival here. Down 6-0, 5:28 left to go in our first quarter. Matt Ryan here with you on the Intergalactic Sports Network and also the Creator Sports Network. So glad you're spending your Sunday with us here on CSN and IGSN. How could I not want to party with you guys? It's such a fun time. Go back to that 1st and 10, 5:19 and counting. Angelo Lewis back out there for Paterson. Compact offense. Trenton bringing the heat and bringing the body. Snags Sosa. Angelo Lewis finds the seam but can only get a yard. Will be stopped at around the 50. That'll be 2nd down. And Lewis he looks like he got the wind knocked out of him on that. I am not a fan of that. And, yeah, he looks... Oh, I hate this. Snags looking a little worse for wear after that tackle. And it looked like Isaac Negron was in on that play. You hate to see that for anybody, no matter who. But Snags back up on his own 2 feet and walk into the sideline. He'll have to take a play or two off, I think. As it will be 2nd down. No foul on the play. The clock will return to running with 4:53 and counting in the first period. Spread the word. The only way you can learn about what we're doing here on the Games of the Week is by sharing. So please, like, comment, subscribe. Please, subscribe. 2nd and 10. They didn't even give him the yard. They load up Dirty Dan, and Dan bounces. No, Huff keeps it. Huff throws it deep downfield. They tried to catch him with the special, and will there be a flag? That one going to number 17. That was intended for the man holding number 17, and that one is Kareem Stewart, a.k.a. Papito. Tried to call out that play, did not get there, and there's a flag. We'll see what the call is. I think it's going to be on the Trenton BIC. And the U will go back into the huddle and talk things over. For 15 and counting and our first quarter. Not sure if there was a flag. There was. They moved up 10 yards, so it will be 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Huff set up with one man, and they will hand it off to the big back. And he's got a big back, and he gets brought down after a gain of about 2 or 3. More of a fumble, more than a stumble than a fumble, and it will be 2nd down with the clock continuing to run. And I think that was Marlon Anderson and Tony Toe Tap. The rosters bite me in the ass again. Oh, ask for the rosters. It'll be helpful. The fucking league. 3:32 left to go. 2nd and 8. Is it weird that I'm swearing? Just let me know if I should stop. One wide receiver to snap. Huff rolls out to his right. In trouble. Tosses it. Picked up. That's an opportunity. Gets it off of the play. Flag on the field and a 1st down. I don't know what the hell that was, but the dot boss cracks through the defense. And it looks like the Paterson U keep finding themselves out of harm's way. We take a look here again. Markeith Williamson making the catch off the desperation throw from Quatra Huffin. Oops, sorry about that, everybody. Hit the wrong button here. A little bit of intergalactic interference, but it will be with 3:09 left to go. 2nd and 18, so a flag on Paterson sends them back. And the clock will continue to run here in our first quarter. Matt Ryan here with you, here with you live on the Creator Sports Network and the Intergalactic Sports Network. If you have a friend, tell a friend that we're live here on CSN. The snap. Huff in trouble. Throws deep. Downfield caught! And that is a touchdown! Paterson U saying, nah, son, we're still getting this game. It's early, and we are going to put it up on the board. Tony Toe Tap touches down for the first time as a member of the U. Touchdown, Paterson. It is 6-6 in the first. Let's take a look at the replay. Huff steps up. Derek Jeter throws it. Tony Toe Tap right there with him. The defender not able to catch up. And Marlon Anderson scores the first touchdown of the year for the Paterson U. That is a weird sentence to say after he has been one of the defining players in Baltimore. And it's River Plaza versus Middletown. Oh, shit. I didn't know they changed cities. Who's who? And, oh, they called them out of play. Okay. Oh, no, they called the touchdown. I was waiting for the scoreboard. But it will be OG Buck for the first time behind center for the Paterson U with Snag Sosa set up to his right. The snap, Buck. The throw, and that one couldn't get there. Aubrey Minor was the intended receiver. And it will remain 6-6. The contentious rivalry between the A7FL's biggest rivals continues to be close and consternatious as it is 6-6 with 2:32 left to play here in the first quarter. Matt Ryan alongside you for the games of the week on GOTW 2026. And Sosa will be out there on the 3-on-1 throw-off team. No get-back is in play. But if you're familiar with the A7FL rules, once again, 7-on-7 football. No pads, no helmets. We also have the 3-on-1 throw-off, which is what you're about to see, which is an untimed down. You're not going to want to miss the most exciting play in football. Who will be returning it for the BIC is going to be an interesting question. A lot of weapons, a lot of opportunities to make the throw. Make the return, pardon me. Any guy that could be back there for the BIC has the potential to win that offensive display and get into the end zone. But it'll be Huff, Aubrey Minor, and also Snag Sosa on the throw-off for Paterson. Worthy's readiness is now down to 97%. Unsure how they got to that metric. But this one is caught. I believe that is Trey Cohen. Trey Cohen set to return it from the 30. Cohen. That elusiveness will not pay off. The ball's knocked loose. They'll call it dead. They will call it dead. And you see Ryan Shamar, and there you see Quattrell Huffin paying homage to his longtime partner, Kareem Moon. Huff to Moon was something I yelled a lot over the last 6 years. But the BIC and Trey Cohen will get some bail as Trenton will get the ball. They will call him down. We'll take a look at the replay here. And yeah, the knee's down before the ball pops out. Huff, from that angle, it looks bang, bang. It looks bang, bang. Knees down, then the ball's out. So Worthy will step back out into the field. You see Kason Campbell, Skylar Lash, Stephen Jones, K-Wack, and Bone Harris. They will stick to a 2-wide receiver set. Jones set up to the right of Codrington, 2-11. Jones will keep it. Jones will bounce through the line. Lash was not there when he needed to be. Was not able to pop around a defender. So it will be under 2 minutes in the first and second down for the BIC. Same offensive unit out there for Trenton. No swaps. A 4-yard gain by Jones on that play. We see with 1:40 left to go. In our first quarter, the BIC have controlled the clock. They've been winding down and trying to walk down this Paterson U defense. And will that be the case here on their second drive of the afternoon? Watch Worthy there in the slot. The snap. Jones will get it again. Stephen Jones will rip near the sideline and get the first down coming out of play around the 45-yard line. And you see how cold it is and windy in Asbury Park. A BIC going into the wind. That wind tunnel is a wild one. We see here. Ooh, watch that block from Lash. And Bone Harris really helping out to keep that separation and that wedge for Stephen Jones. And it will be first and 10 with 1:11 left to go in our first frame. Codrington snaps. In trouble. Throws this one deep downfield. Blacknall cannot get there. Just a fingertip away from taking that one to the house. Saeed Blacknall. Just moments, fingertips, inches, centimeters even away. And was not able to reel that in. It will be second down. Nearing the 30-second mark here. Let's watch this again. Blacknall just right there, stride for stride, misjudged the ball, and was not able to reel that one in. Dion Davis on the coverage. And Neon Dion not able to keep up with Saeed Blacknall. That one's going to be tough. You see Manny Diaz out there for the first time on offense, but that's the end of our first frame. One frame down, one more left to go. When we're back here on the CSN Games of the Week, we will be bringing you the second quarter. Well, actually, no, we're going to ride with it. They're just going to switch sides anyway. Let's take a look at the chat real quick. Hey, how's it going? Let's take a look at the chat real quick. Cole Gardella knew that beefy two-pointer was coming. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me so far today. It's been a great time. I want to know what you guys think of that Renegades-Animals game. That was a rough one. Animals seemed to be understaffed, weren't able to get to where they needed to be, and it hurt them. It hurt them real bad. I think, let's take a look at what's going on in Lexington. It is 6-0 Heathens. Unsure of what the quarter is. But we've got a great view of the back of the sideline of the players on the Virginia Heathens. So we've got that going for us, which is nice. It's 6-0 there in Virginia. Phantoms behind the Heathens, as it'll be the start of the second quarter in in Asbury Park. Trenton with the ball. It's 2nd and 10. Dejon Webster said it was a missed opportunity for the Renegades. I agree. They could have came up and stolen this game from the Animals, but were not able to do it. So now, with your score 6-6, some respect being shown between the two sides, a little bit of gentlemanly behavior. Imposing bodies on either side of the line. Some big human beings. Set to dance here in our second quarter. The clock has started running. They shake hands like it's a Ring of Honor match. Code of Honor adhered to. So 10 seconds into the quarter, it seems we'll actually have some play. Manny Diaz, Kason Campbell, and Ashante Worthy, members of my A7FL fantasy team a few years back, now on the same offense. Aubrey Minor calls himself an eligible receiver. The screen, Codrington will just keep it. Sterry Codrington breaks off at the 50, crosses streams, crosses back, tosses it back to Manny, to Ashante Worthy. Worthy will get to the 35, the 25. They'll call him out at the 29. Having 2 twos out there scares the shit out of me, but they're both perfect 10s when it comes to being a football player, so I'll deal with it. 2 twos. Helping number 4 try to get 6 on the board. Let's take a look at the replay. Codrington said, fuck it, I'll keep it. Chased down by the defender, sees the change in direction opportunity. KK with the block. Worthy tosses it to Ashante. Ashante on the lateral. And a timeout called by Paterson. I don't know if they'll call their first timeout. We'll see if they're challenging it. We take a look again on the replay. And just the ability to go back. You see, oh yeah, that's a lateral. From where Sterry falls and how he throws the ball back, that's a lateral. If they're challenging the fact that that's a lateral, it's not good. It's not going to work. But, Cole Gardell, it's a great question. The hell do we have 2 2s for? Killing me, Kenny. You're killing me. I love you, but you're killing me. 13:55 left to go. As we are live here on the Creator Sports Network and the Intergalactic Sports Network. At halftime, we'll be taking a bit of a break, but you're going to like the commercials we've got going for you. Getting work texts on a Sunday because work never stops. The work never stops. And is that a portable heat? Is that an iPad? Are they just bringing an iPad on the field for film? Well, you know, with no field cameras, what can you do? You gotta have that shot somehow. 13:55 left to go in the second quarter. Paterson with the ball. Worthy set up to the left of Codrington. Kason Campbell at the top of your screen. Manny Diaz set in the slot. Look at the lack of Look at how close they're playing Manny Diaz. And Quattrell Huffin playing Kason Campbell. The handoff to Ashante Worthy. Worthy sees the seam. He stays upright. Slip, slide, takes it to the house. Ashante Worthy with 2 tuds on the year. Pardon me, the first tud of the year. Gets it into the end zone for the second BIC touchdown of the day. The handoff to Worthy looking like prime courage Mosey. 12-6. Trenton leading Paterson. What a play from Ashante Worthy. Just broke through the defenders. Watch this. Great block by Skylar Lash. Sees the defender. Slips the tackle. Keeps it in bounds. Willie Mayweather wasn't able on the first time. Dion Davis not able to get there. 54. Not able to step in on the stop. Another touchdown from the legs of the BIC. No passing touchdowns yet. Sterry Codrington ran it in for the first one on a goal line play. And Ashante Worthy going the distance, going for speed. Got to go fast, faster than the speed of sound. You know where you'll find him as a Sonic the Hedgehog-like performance from Ashante Worthy. They will go for 1 from the 5. The A7FL, no kicking in the A7FL. You can only make it from a 1-pointer from the 5. Only extra points you can get is a 1-pointer from the 5 and a 2-pointer from the 10. BIC historically not great at conversions. The throw, though, to Ashante Worthy, and he will get it in there. Pardon me, that's Manny Diaz. God damn it. Manny Diaz scoring his first points as a member of the BIC as the Brothers in Christ have a 12-6 lead, but a flag on the play, and the BIC able to make an extra point. Will that be called back here? And we'll do that one again. Unsure what the call was, but it'll be a 1-point attempt from the 10-yard line. Same basic grouping out there. The snap. Codrington going for it again, and that one's picked off. They tried to go to KK underneath on the slants, but was not able to get there. Let's go to the chat real quick. And Big Mo saying Ashante out of the backfield is a mismatch and opens up for other wide receivers. A linebacker on Worthy creates a huge mismatch. Sterry playing chess. They bring a DB in, and Worthy runs it like a running back. That is exactly how that play matriculated. And Big Mo dropping some serious facts here in this game. So glad you're joining us here on the Creator Sports Network. Your score 12-6. The BIC in the lead. Not really that much of a surprise because of how loaded that BIC roster is, especially with Sterry Codrington and Ashante Worthy. Their legs seem to be in midseason form. As we prepare for the 3-on-1 throw-off, the BIC will be throwing off to Paterson. And it looks like Ashante Worthy, Trey Cohen, and number 22, Isaac Gomez, will be out there for Trenton. Oh, yep, Ashante Worthy will be the one throwing it off. So here we go with the 3-on-1 throw-off. Worthy sends this one. That does not go past the 25. They will have to redo this throw. It has to be a dead ball run, but the player ran. So we get ourselves a big, what the fuck are the rules? And our rules expert's there on the field, so he'll figure it out. And it looks like Snags might have dislocated his elbow on a play that won't count. That sucks. But we'll see what the decision is because the ball's got to clear to the 25, and it didn't, but Snags ran with the ball. So I guess that counts for a return. So it'll be Paterson U ball at the 41. The snap, the handoff, and Dirty Dan trying to make something happen. Isaac Negron and company trying to get the stop, and there is Trey Baskerville in on the stop on defense, wearing number 32 today. And there you see Isaac Negron, a permanent fixture in the Defensive Player of the Year category. And Tejon Webster saying it's his shoulder. I do agree. I think it is his shoulder, but I'm not necessarily sure. But a 2-yard gain after that run by Dan Griffin. 13 minutes left to go. Huff, organizing the offense, will empty the backfield. Huff snaps. He will run it. Huff in trouble. Ole Bell trying to get there. And that one will see Huff chased to the sideline. Ole Bell and Trey Cohen on the coverage. And it will be 3rd down. And Huff, in the bedazzled Scully, not able to make it go. Let's take a look again on the replay. Ole Bell forcing Huff towards the sideline and Trey Cohen getting right up in his face. That is an interesting tandem right there. Cohen coming in off of the secondary and Ole forcing that pressure. That is a lot of problems for, I think, almost any other quarterback in this league. If you're not Huff, Buck, or, obviously Sterry, or David Tender, that is going to be a problem for you consistently. It's 3rd and 12. And it looks like a timeout was called on the field. By who? We don't know. How? We don't know. Why? We don't know. It seems Trenton will call their first timeout. And number 5, Buck in there telling somebody to shut the fuck up. He just looked at the sideline and just said, shut the fuck up. That was caught so perfectly by the fucking camera. Oh, fuck. Oh, that hurt. That hurt. Big Mo might come out of retire. Oh, Big Mo, Ole, Baskerville, and Isaac Negron on the same defense. That's not fair. Stay retired, Mo. Pressure. Here comes that line, and Ole Bell and Isaac Negron making it rough in these streets for Quattrell Huffin. Another stop by this this Trenton BIC defensive line. The offensive line creating a lot of problems for Huff. It seems like it's still trying to syncopate the wedding of the marriage, of Paterson and Baltimore, basically. This is a all-star team of some of the best players to ever come out of Paterson and Baltimore. And on 4th down, the Paterson U will throw it off. Huff will be out there alongside number 00. That's Aubrey Minor. And I believe Tony Totap is out there. Couldn't get a sight on the other person because we've got that lovely close-up of Quattrell Huffin. The throw is up, and that one will skid out of play. As Ashante Worthy was set to return. A punt, a 3-on-1 throw-off on 4th down, much like a punt in traditional football. If you've never watched the A7FL before, thrown out of play, can be downed wherever the ball went out of bounds, Jesus Christ, out of bounds. So the BIC will get the ball back with 11:30 in the second quarter, and they will stare down the Paterson U defense, but have scored on both drives so far. Paterson scored on their first drive. On their second drive, you just saw it. They had to give it up after Ole Bell, Trey Baskerville, Trey Cohen, and Isaac Negron got into and remodeled Quattrell Huffin's kitchen. I'm not sure he liked the backsplash, though. Not sure he liked the backsplash. 1st and 10 for the BIC. Javi Duran. Who the hell is Javi Duran? Is he related to Manos de Piedra? Is he related to my man, the greatest Roberto Duran? What? Look at this wide receiver core right here. Ashante Worthy and Mosi. You got Blacknall in the slot and then Kason Campbell. Ashante set up directly to Codrington to throw the screen, and Kason Campbell couldn't get his feet from underneath them, but somehow it's still a gain of 4. It's 2nd down. Them Freehold cats are up to something. I don't know what it is, but those Freehold boys are up to some nonsense. It's like being boss hog to the Duke in the Duke boys. And it's tied in Kentucky 6-6. Pardon me, in Virginia 6-6. Virginia and Kentucky. They are tied 6-6. As the action continues, Matt Ryan here with you. GOTW 2026, and there's a man looking to make 2026 his own. Sterry Codrington running to the opposite sideline and getting another 1st down as the clock continues to run in Asbury. Problems continue to pile up for this Paterson U defense. And right now, if you are the Trenton BIC, you've got to feel really good about your odds for 2026, running it back and heading to the championship. This has been an unstoppable combination so far today. 1st and 10, 9:40. Codrington has his wide receiver set. Throws it over the middle, almost picked off. Missed Ashante Worthy. Couldn't get it. He was surrounded in a sea of green. Flag on the field, though, as we await the call. Oh, I remember Javi from last year. Yeah. At halftime, I will be taking a bit of a break, but you'll get some really cool commercials from our friends at the Intergalactic Sports Network. But we are going to be bringing you a wild time in the second half, 9:26. But we got a lot of football here in the first half left to go. Let me know what you guys think is going to happen in Vegas today. Insomniac's playing Sick With It. That will be at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific. And then the Hunters will be battling the Stealth. That will be at 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern time. I will be knee-deep in Revolution and Oscars watching. But the handoff, Codrington throws it, almost picked up. That is Minnie Dope on a play. Ashante Worthy leaps over him. What a fucking play. Holy shit. Ashante Worthy, again, does something completely fucking ridiculous to get a 1st down. Not a touchdown, just a fucking 1st. Watch again. Codrington gets it, almost tipped, picked up by Worthy, spins out, gets past, leaps over Huff. Oh, if he stays in bounds, we're fucking back, kids. Ashante Worthy's readiness still at 97%. I'd say 100 after that. I don't know where the 3% discrepancy was. KK and Ashante, the wide receivers. SJ will keep it. Stephen Jones is off to the races. Slip, slide. That one puts him on the board. 18-6. If there's no flag on the play, and there is, shit. And it more than likely is a hold on the BIC after you saw old boy throw his hands up. But what a run from Stephen Jones. It won't count, but we take a look here at the replay. SJ was cooking. Number 11 on the hold. Also, if you guys find me too distracting in the upper right corner, right here, if you find this distracting, let me know. I will go away. 8:01 left to go after the flag. It'll be 1st and 20. Saeed Blacknall back in. Alongside Manny Diaz, Ashante Worthy, and Kason Campbell. Skylar Lash, and K-Wack. Carnell Wachter will be the offensive line. 52 plus 69, hoping to equal 6 for the BIC. They will have to face 3 men, 2 coming off the edge and 1 right down the pike. You've got Campbell and Blacknall and Manny Diaz at the top of your screen. Ashante Worthy at the bottom. Throw the screen to Worthy. Worthy will just keep it. He will get past Huff, and he will get near the first down marker. And that will get him to around the 25. It'll be 2nd down for the BIC. We go to the chat real quick. Our buddy Distance 099. Sterry's got to keep calling plays towards Huff for as long as he's on defense, especially runs coming off of the knee injury, playing offense, defense, and special teams. You have to go after Huff, and that is an excellent point. Big Mo with an excellent point. The longer that Huff is out there on defense, the more of a possible liability he is on offense. But they have OG Buck. They have OG Buck who could slip in. Is he enough of a stopgap to help get him a score? I'm not sure, but it's 2nd and 3 for the BIC. Codrington again. We'll have 3 wide receivers, a flag on the play. And it's a penalty on the U for not tucking that hood in. And you see Ashante going over, Sterry going over stuff on the sideline. When you can't see the number and everybody's wearing a Scully, it is impossible to discern what the fuck is going on sometimes. That's just what you gotta know from when I'm sitting here. 6:33 left to go, 1st and 10. Matt Ryan here with you on the Creator Sports Network and the Intergalactic Sports Network. And also on my YouTube channel, Matt Ryan is yelling. If you like me in any way, shape, or form, subscribe. Why wouldn't you? Thought you were my friend. Why wouldn't you be my friend? 3 wide receivers, 3 on the line. Codrington off the screen again to Worthy, and Worthy finds the seam and gets the 1st down, and they go right at Quattrell Huffin. Big Mo Ramadan on Ramadan. Hopefully you're having a tremendous fast so far, my brother. He was right on the money with that assessment. Go after Quattrell Huffin as often as you can. And Mo, I don't think anybody is taking it as an attack. It's just, that's smart strategy. That's good football. That's good football strategy to just continue to go after that guy until he's basically against the wall. Huff's still out there. He's covering Ashante. Blacknall in motion. 2nd and 5. The snap. Flag on the play. The illegal motion, I believe, on the BIC. They'll go back 5 yards, and it'll be 3rd and 10. And when you have those weapons out there, you have Blacknall, you have Ashante, you have Kason, how do you prepare for that every play? Especially when you've got Bowen Harris out there who can catch the ball and make a fucking move. You have so many different things you have to play against, and the best player on your team is playing secondary, throwing the ball off, and quarterbacking. I understand that Huff wants to be at every position. He wants to be the guy. He is the guy. There's no arguing that. But it's a game. It's a battle of attrition. The BIC are playing the long game here, and I think it's only going to count up the problems for the Paterson U. Huff, end zone, Ashante Worthy, put it on a goddamn poster. What a catch! What a play! Ashante Worthy elevates like the production of the IGSN. Ashante Worthy into the end zone. Touchdown, Trenton. Oh, man, what a play. Watch it get on the replay. Sterry, little bit of a wobbler. It's in the wind, but Ashante Worthy just getting up and getting there. The confidence to make that throw. The confidence in your wide receiver. And also, he had the underneath. He had Blacknall underneath. Who is he going to throw it to? You don't know. Either way, you're probably fucked. On Hollywood's biggest night, Ashante Worthy shining his second touchdown of the afternoon. Delay a game on the offense, and we will go back again like that stopped the BIC on their last fucking play. But they will once again go for one from the 2, 18-6 your score. The BIC unable to score on an extra point today. Cole Gardella pointed out Worthy needs a return touchdown for the trifecta, and that pocket was clean. That pocket was cleaner than new, fresh laundry. That is exactly what you want from a pocket, and that is a minimal offensive line. But holy shit, what an offensive line. Blacknall, Manny Diaz, and Kason Campbell out there with Worthy. The snap. Worthy throws. Caught. And that is Blacknall's first points and first real reception in the A7FL and as a member of the Trenton BIC. The BIC's first extra point of the game. It is 19-6 with 5:01 left to go in the half. An update from Virginia. It is 12-6. Virginia leading. Lexington leading Virginia 12-6. And that one is going to be an interesting game as we continue to get closer and closer towards the fourth quarter. How is this going to play out? What's going to happen? I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the chat. Earlier today, the Renegades fell to the Animals 34-22. And a little bit later on, we will have some more updates on around the league. And also subscribe to my podcast about the A7FL Sounds of the Game. Sounds of the Game are available wherever you get podcasts. That's right. And next week, it is the A7FL Games of the Week. They continue. GOTW 2026. And it's back to the 3-on-1 throw-off. Hold on. Let's go back. We lost our signal for a second. And that's the throw-off. Gets to the 41. And they will stop him near the 45. They got to that throw-off a little quicker than I thought. Willie Mayweather on the return. Or a man wearing Willie Mayweather's jersey. And it will be 1st and 10 for Paterson. Let's take a look again on the replay. Caught that one. At the it's got to go to the I forget the throwback rule. It didn't go past the 25. Shouldn't that be a dead ball play? I'm confused. I'm confused. But either way, with 5:01 left to go, it is 1st and 10, 19-6 your score. Don't know why it's doing that. Seems like I've lost my source for a second. And that's a catch, and that one's going out to the 41. And it will be 1st down. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Actually closer to the 49-yard line, 4:40 and counting. Matt Ryan here with you on the GOTW 2026. It's week 1. Trenton BIC and the Paterson U. Second play of the drive. Picked up and caught. Trying to maintain it and pushed out of play by Manny Diaz. That reception by number 8. That's Haas Dubois. Big play Haas. Huff and the Paterson U getting quick off the ball with 4:10 and counting. 19-6 your score. Paterson trying to move quick. Down 2 scores and an extra point. Down 13 to Trenton, the defending national champions. Trenton looking to go to their 3rd straight national title game. Have only ever gone back-to-back in 21 and 22, losing in 21, winning in 22, and here comes the pressure again off the handoff, and that's to Willie Easterling. Mayweather with the carry, and unlike the other Floyd Mayweather, it seems like he's still in his prime, Willie Easterling, off of that play. Gain at 8, and it'll be 2nd and 2. Let's watch again the handoff from Huff. This is an earlier play. This is that throw. Huff able to make that play to Dubois, but Manny Diaz right there to meet him and get him out of play. Unsure, up, and the snap, Huff in trouble, throws this, gets hit as he's thrown, and that one out of reach, out of the back of the end zone. And it'll be 3rd and 2 as we get closer and closer to the 2-minute warning. And according to John Webster, I think you're right. If you catch it on the fly, you can return it. That is the rule. Bit of a cheat code in some situations, but for Paterson here, getting a touchdown before the 2-minute warning could be clutch because of the get-back rule. Got to wonder what Huff's been able to be able to do on this drive. I go to cough, I hit the button, and it doesn't register. I hate it. But with 19-6 after the timeout from the BIC, I want to stab myself in the head. 19-6, 2:17 left to go in the half. And when you look at the options for the Paterson U, they are in prime territory. They have a lot of weapons. What can the Paterson U do to try to break the back of this Trenton BIC defense? They've been able to get them in short yard situations on this drive. They've been able to break things open. But when they have that fully loaded defensive line of Baskerville, Ole, and Isaac Negron, how do you stop that? How many bodies can you throw at the offensive line before it starts to create an impediment, create a problem for the remainder of your offense? We will find out here. 1st and 10, 2:17 left to go. Ball at the 20. Huff with Mayweather. The handoff. No, Huff will keep it. Huff will go down the sideline. He will go towards the sideline, and he will run out of play inside the 10-yard line and get the first down. 1st and goal for Paterson. Pulling a little bit of the old school Huff, a little bit of that Sterry Codrington run, as he gets the first down, and we reached a 2-minute warning in Asbury Park. 2 minutes left to go in our first half, just over an hour into our broadcast, and the BIC are in control, but Paterson is threatening. Trey Cohen coming in on that line. See, a lot of twos in that secondary. Huff, just great ability to get around. Trey Baskerville oversells for it. And then Manny Diaz trying to chase him down. And Kason Campbell awaiting him in that alley. After the run, 19-6, 2 minutes left to play. Matt Ryan here with you on the Intergalactic Sports Network and the Creator Sports Network. Coming up at halftime, I'm going to get a breath of fresh air. Go punch myself in the teeth for the times I muted myself, but we'll have great action for you on the other side of it, and we'll have some great commercials in between from our friends at the Intergalactic Sports Network. Take about a 3-minute break, and then we'll come back to you. 2 minutes left to go in our first half. A litany of bodies set up on the defense. For the Paterson U on offense, they have Huff. They send Mayweather out wide. See Markeith Williamson, and there's a flag. A warning, a get back warning on the Trenton BIC sideline. Shout out to Chapdom. Huff. The snap, the toss, can't hold on to it. And Haas Dubois, the one who cannot hold on to that quick turn play. And 5 seconds burn off the clock, but it's under 2 minutes in the second quarter, which means on an incomplete pass, the play will stop, and the longest 2 minutes in football begin. And shout out to Chapdom, best commentary in the game. Good to see you, sir. Long live transparency. Hell yeah, fuck yeah, pal. The snap, the handoff, Mayweather to the sideline, met by Manny Diaz. Get off me, young man. This is a big man's league, and you are still a foundling to me. Mayweather saying, get down, young man. Touchdown, Paterson. 19-12, your score. Minute 48 left in the first half. Big play there by Willie Mayweather. It looked like everybody knew it was going to happen until it was too late. The dam broke open. Not enough big bodies on the left side. Mayweather tossing Manny Diaz away like he is yesterday's recycling. And now things can get interesting here. At the 10-yard line, they will go for 2. And on the throw-off, the get back will be in play, which means Paterson have to throw the ball. They have to rely on Huff's arm to get that ball far beyond the 20-yard line so they can try to stop the returner behind the 20-yard line, whether that's Trey Cohen, Ashante Worthy. Don't know who's going to be out there. Could be Kason Campbell. What body they'll throw out there, and a flag on the offense, so they will try to go for 2 from the 15. As it will be with a minute 48 left to go. A 2-point attempt for the Paterson U. Gotta wonder what's going to happen. They will go for 2. Huff snaps the ball. Pressure immediately. Quattrell Huffin in trouble. Quattrell Huffin gets away from the defense. And that one is caught. He picks it up. Big play. Haas with the big play. Adjusts himself to make sure everybody on TV know he's dressed to impress. 19-14, a minute 48. And folks, it is about that time. The get back is in play. The get back is in play. What a play by Dubois. Camera couldn't even catch it. Cameraman owes push-ups. Cameraman certainly owes push-ups after that one. 19-14 your score. Game of the week. GOTW 2026 with me, Matt Ryan, on the Intergalactic Sports Network. As we await Matt Ryan here with you. GOTW 2026. adjust our camera a little bit so you can see everything as you're meant to see it. And it will be a 3-on-1 attempt. And Quattrell Huffin will throw this one off. And it is caught. Kason Campbell, he picks it up in the end zone, but he will run this one out. Kason Campbell, the get back is in effect. The ball's out. Paterson U picks it up. Paterson U will get the ball inside they will get it at the 50-yard line. Patterson U get the first get back of the 2026 season on Kason Campbell. What a play! What a play by by this Paterson U return team, this stoppage team. The 3 and the 3-on-1, the throw, the stop, the turnover. Completely shifts the momentum in a 5-point game. Huff and company get the ball at the 50. Dangerous game. A dangerous game being played. And the handoff. Oh, they've cut it at the spot of the ball. Mayweather trying to get in there. I thought it was at the 50. They called it at the 20? When the fuck did that happen? Oh, it's a fumble. Right. It's a fumble. What a play. What a stop. Sorry for constantly adjusting the screen, folks. What a play. What a stop. We see that again. The rush, and it is a Paterson U lead. And ball comes out. Let's see what happens. What's the call? Is it a touchdown? Touchdown, Paterson. Paterson takes the lead with under a minute left in the half, and they get the ball. Trenton BIC again on opening day, welcoming danger and chaos to their door. That is monstrous. That is monstrous. What a stop there by the Paterson U return team to set this up a 20-19 lead, and they will try to make it a 2-point game. OG Buck now in. The snap, the throw back, trying to go for the Baltimore special, and that's intercepted. So it's a dead ball play, caught by number 5. So the BIC get the ball with 51 seconds left. More than enough time. But folks, this game is wild. A rule change that came across on Friday. A rule change that happened on Friday just affected probably the biggest game of the year. I want to know your thoughts. Let me know in the chat. The action here has been chaotic all afternoon. What do you think of that play? What do you think of the get back rule? I want to know your thoughts. I want to know your plans. Wow. That is one of the wonkier things we've seen in an A7FL first half. But we get ready for the 3-on-1 throw-off. No get back rule in effect here. Actually, no, unsure why it's 19-19 when Paterson was down 5. But Now, I may be wrong, but it's 20 to 19 is the correct score, right? Like 20. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what's going on. 51 seconds left to go in the half. Matt Ryan here with you. Hey, Marcus Cole joining us here in the chat. Hey, Marcus. It's a 3-on-1 throw-off now for the BIC. It is 20 to 19. They rectified the score. And Huff throwing it off one more time. And that one will be out the back of the end zone. Worthy not able to return that one, but not a bad thing, I would say, for the BIC in comparison to their last return. But Trenton will return out there with one timeout. They burned one timeout on their last defensive drive, which gave way to the Paterson U touchdown from Willie Easterling. But so far today, the Paterson U defense have been giving it up, but seems Ashante Worthy's fatigue level is at 7%. Yet again, not sure how that's calculated, but we'll go with it for now. It'll be 1st and 10, 51 seconds left to go. Worthy with two wide receivers, with Codrington set up at quarterback to his left. Manny Diaz in the slot, Kason Campbell at the bottom of your screen. Play action. Codrington over the middle. Kason Campbell cannot hold on to it, so it'll be 2nd down. 44 seconds left on the clock here in the first half. 20 to 19 your score. And Campbell just not able to hold on to that ball in stride. It will be 2nd down. Empty backfield for Codrington. It'll be Worthy, Manny Diaz, and Kason Campbell. 3 on the line. The snap. Thrown. Codrington to Worthy. Worthy will try to find a way through the block. The ball gets knocked out, but it was on the line. We'll see what the call is. We'll see what they call Paterson ball. And what a play. Quattro Huffin looking right at the camera. He is ready to go, and this Paterson U team is surprising Trenton and have the lead and seemingly have the ball back. Let's take a look at the replay. Worthy, Huff right there, and he's... Ooh, what's the play? It's right on the hash. What a play, and Huff got the ball back too. Holy shit. Quattro Huffin putting everybody on mute so far after this play and this half. What a half. Quattro Huffin trying to reset the narrative in the BIC Paterson U feud. Huff holds on to it. Huff in trouble. Huff throws this one deep down. Field caught at the 1-yard line. And he goes out of play. What a fucking catch. What a fucking throw. 1st and goal. Prince Ream right there in the Royal Court looking to knight himself at the top of this Paterson U offense. Pressure coming immediately, but not able to wrap, not able to get him there. I don't know why they had that defensive line out there after the last couple of things, but my man, Prince Ream in the phone posits. Quattrell, by God, Huffin. The handoff, big man, Dirty Dan stopped at the line. And Paterson will call timeout. Their second charge timeout, 20 seconds left to go in the half. Huffin and U get the ball at halftime. Paterson have scored 2 unanswered touchdowns to take a 1-point lead and got 2 turnovers. One on a 3-on-1 throw-off because of the get-back, and the other because of a Quattrell Huffin knocked the ball right out of Ashante Worthy's hands, turned it over, and now is knocking on the doorstep of a 7-point lead. Mayweather set up in the backfield. He's got one so far, and he will have two. Touchdown, Paterson. Not wasting any time. They will give the BIC 16 seconds to try to figure it out, but it is a 7-point lead for Paterson here in the first half. Take a look again at the replay. Mayweather just had the entire right side. Ole Bell jumped early, and then just the seam between 34 and 54. 54 minus 34 equals 20, which means Mayweather had the right of way and was able to put 6 more on the board. 16 seconds left to go. The U will go for 1 from the 5. The snap, Huff throws it. End zone, caught! Right into his breadbasket, right into his hip pocket. Dakari Mims, this is why he's hot. This is why the U have a 9-point lead. The U up by 9. 16 seconds left to go. But for the BIC, when they throw the ball off, the get back is in play. We start off the half, no matter what, with the get back in play. That is a wild possibility for the Trenton BIC, and Paterson is going to have one of their best returners out there ready for whatever happens. The get back already proving to be a game changer, a game breaker in the A7FL as we get closer and closer to halftime. And also, if you're watching and you're enjoying this, let a friend know. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share the link. And Big Mo saying how BIC still hasn't figured out Huff runs the rollout right and fade to opposite of the field is beyond me. These championship points are vital, and they are. Championship points are the most important points in the game to me. There's no way around it. The throw by Huff on a dead ball play. That will be returned from the back of the end zone by Ashante Worthy. Ashante Worthy on an untimed down. Gets to the 35. He's set on the afterburners. The camera's not there to catch him. But the defenders were. And with 16 seconds left to go, Blacknall and Worthy alongside Manny Diaz will be the options for Sterry Codrington. 3 on the line. 3 wide receivers, and 1 MVP quarterback looking to make this a 2, if not 1-point game as we draw towards the end of our first half. 16 seconds can mean 1 play. It can mean 2 plays. It can mean a whole sequence. We'll find out here. The snap. Codrington in trouble. Rolls out to his left, flag on the play. The throw. That's caught and incomplete. I believe that was Bell on the intended reception. We'll see what the call is. That blew 10 seconds off the clock. And it looks like the BIC will be going back off, and it looks like it was holding on the BIC. 2nd and 20. Loss of 10 yards on the penalty. Diaz, Blacknall, and Worthy will be out there. And they will just end the half. 1 half down, another half left to go. 30 minutes gone by in this big heavyweight fight. 28-19 is your score. When we return from halftime, the Paterson U get the ball, but you know what's going to happen? The get back is going to be in play, so you're going to not want to miss a moment of that. We'll be back in just a moment. Stay right where you are.
Astroland.
And Coney Island. Feel the cyclone power.
Touch the sky.
Gotta move those feet.
Come on, take a ride.
Astro.
Astroland.
And Coney Island.
Ride them all you want at Astroland Park. Pay one price, $12.99 Monday through Sunday.
Now grab your friends and come on down and get whipped and flipped and twirled around. Move yourself.
To the magic land. It's Astroland. At Coney Island.
At Plato's retreat, you can make your dreams come true. Fulfill your wildest fantasies, we've got them all for you. The pleasure and the fun will keep you feeling young. It's for you. It's for you.
Plato's Retreat, located in the Ansonia Hotel, is a unique club open to free-thinking adult couples. We offer a relaxing, no-pressure environment, complete with heated swimming pool and that great disco beat. Plato's may not be for everyone, but you won't know until you try it. For more information, call...
The pleasure and the fun will keep you feeling young.
It's for you.
It's for you.
Plato's retreat.
It's for you. Come and see. It's for you.
Now is the perfect time, and the season is just right. You can play all day and dance into the night. At beautiful Mount Airy Lodge, all you have to bring is your love of everything.
For reservations, phone 1-800-441-4410.
At beautiful Mount Airy Lodge, all you have to bring is your love of everything.
They taught us how to love. They taught us how to live. And now they're back. Monster Ballads. 35 powerful hits on 2 CDs and 2 cassettes. It's awesome! Whitesnake. Winger. Rush delivery available. Every bad boy has his soft side. Get Monster Ballads. To order, call the number on your screen. This 35-track collection is not sold in stores.
If you wanna groove yourself.
Move yourself.
To the magic land. It's Astroland. Astro.
Astroland.
And Coney Island. Feel the cyclone power.
Touch the sky.
Gotta move those feet.
Come on, take a ride.
Astro.
Astroland.
And Coney Island.
Ride them all you want at Astroland Park. Pay one price, $12.99 Monday through Sunday.
Now grab your friends and come on down and get whipped and flipped and twirled around. Move yourself.
To the magic land. It's Astroland. At Coney Island.
At Plato's retreat, you can make your dreams come true. Fulfill your wildest fantasies, we've got them all for you. The pleasure and the fun will keep you feeling young. It's for you.
It's for you.
Plato's Retreat, located in the Ansonia Hotel, is a unique club open to free-thinking adult couples. We offer a relaxing, no-pressure environment, complete with heated swimming pool and that great disco beat. Plato's may not be for everyone, but you won't know until you try it. For more information, call...
The pleasure and the fun will keep you feeling young.
It's for you.
It's for you.
Plato's retreat.
It's for you. Come and see. It's for you.
Now is the perfect time, and the season is just right. You can play all day and dance into the night. At beautiful Mount
reservations, phone 1-800-441-4410.
At beautiful Mountairy Lodge, all you have to bring is your love of everything.
They taught us how to love.
Give me something to believe in.
They taught us how to live. And now they're back. Monster Ballads. 35 powerful hits on 2 CDs and 2 cassettes. It's awesome! Whitesnake. Winger.
When I see you smile, more than words.
Rush delivery available. Every bad boy has his soft side. Get Monster Ballads. To order, call the number on your screen. This 35-track collection is not sold in stores.
If you wanna groove yourself
Move yourself.
to the magic land, it's Astroland. Astro.
Astroland.
At Coney Island, feel the cyclone power.
Touch the sky.
Gotta move those feet.
Come on, take a ride.
Astro.
Astroland.
At Coney Island.
Ride them all you want at Astroland Park. Pay one price, $12.99 Monday through Sunday.
Now grab your friends and come on down and get whipped and flipped and twirled around. Move yourself.
To the magic land, it's Astroland. At Coney Island.
At Plato's retreat, you can make your dreams come true. Fulfill your wildest fantasies, we've got them all for you. The pleasure and the fun will keep you feeling young. It's for you. It's for you.
Plato's Retreat, located in the Ansonia Hotel, is a unique club open to free-thinking adult couples. We offer a relaxing, no-pressure environment, complete with heated swimming pool and that great disco beat. Plato's may not be for everyone, but you won't know until you try it. For more information, call...
The pleasure and the fun will keep you feeling young.
It's for you.
It's for you.
Plato's retreat.
It's for you. Come and see. It's for you. Now is the perfect time, and the season is just right. You can play all day and dance into the night. At beautiful Mountairy Lodge, all you have to bring is your love of everything.
For reservations, phone 1-800-441-4410.
At beautiful Mountairy Lodge, all you have to bring is your love of everything.
They taught us how to love.
Give me something to believe in.
They taught us how to live. And now they're back. Monster Ballads. 35 powerful hits on 2 CDs and 2 cassettes. It's awesome! Whitesnake. Winger.
When I see you smile, more than words.
Rush delivery available. Every bad boy has his soft side. Get Monster Ballads. To order, call the number on your screen. This 35-track collection is not sold in stores.
Astroland.
At Coney Island, feel the cyclone power.
Touch the sky.
Gotta move those feet.
Come on, take a ride. Astroland.
At Coney Island.
Ride them all you want at Astroland Park. Pay one price, $12.99 Monday through Sunday.
Now grab your friends and come on down and get whipped and flipped and twirled around. Move yourself.
To the magic land, it's Astroland. At Coney Island.
At Plato's retreat, you can make your dreams come true. Fulfill your wildest fantasies, we've got them all for you. The pleasure and the fun will keep you feeling young. It's for you. It's for you.
Plato's Retreat, located in the Ansonia Hotel, is a unique club open to free-thinking adult couples. We offer a relaxing, no-pressure environment, complete with heated swimming pool and that great disco beat. Plato's may not be for everyone, but you won't know until you try it. For more information, call...
The pleasure and the fun will keep you feeling young.
It's for you.
It's for you.
Plato's retreat.
It's for you. Come and see. It's for you.
Now is the perfect time, and the season is just right. You can play all day and dance into the night. At beautiful Mount Airy Lodge, all you have to bring is your love of everything.
For reservations, phone 1-800-441-4410.
At beautiful Mount Airy Lodge, all you have to bring is your love of everything.
We're back. It's time. There's Carl. Oh, Carl got there. Oh shit, Carl was able to pull up. I wonder if Ryan was able to get there. 28-19 your score, and Carl having some lunch. The referee also sharing with Carl Meisner's lunch. I don't have lunch. I don't know. No one bringing me fucking lunch. Where'd they get lunch from? You see the U prepping for throw-off. Sorry about that. I spoke to my botanist at halftime, and he told me I was doing a good job. Hopefully you agree. I'm Matt Ryan. This is GOTW 2026 with Matt Ryan. I'm wearing a shirt with a collar and everything in my own home. The fact I'm wearing a shirt at all in my own home is a welcome change for my roommates who care about me and are happy that I'm doing something instead of staring into the void and playing GTA Online. Can I talk about how much of a fucking time suck GTA Online is? Speaking of time suck, Quattrell Huffin was going through it early in this game. The Paterson U have him everywhere doing everything. And it was a little rough early on, but he found a way to change the momentum of this game on special teams, on defense, and especially on offense. And right now, it will be on the Trenton BIC as the get back is in play. That is a live ball, but they will let that bounce out of play. Willie Easterling smartly letting that one go out of play. Get back is in play, but now it is a dead ball run from the 25, which I don't know. Does that count? Does that count? I don't know. I wish I knew. That would make more sense. But Easterling with Will Franklin all bundled up. Dead ball run, and he will get to the 50, and Willie Easterling still standing! Willie Easterling will get brought down out of play at the 35. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Paterson. As the 3-on-1 throw-off sign brought to you by Clippy Design Ventures makes it 1st and 10. little bit later on the Intergalactic Sports Network, it's the Carpathian Conch Championships. Copa going up against Interfield. The throw, the catch, touchdown Paterson! The okey doke, they caught him with the live read, throwing up the hearts and making this one 34-19 off rip. Willie Mayweather on the dead ball run return set up a one-play drive, and that is Dakari Mims. The throw from Huff, Mims wide open like a fucking barn door into the end zone, and the BIC defense caught with their pants down and underneath their shoes, falling out of the toilet stall, wondering what the shit's going on, and it's 34-19 Paterson. Just 16 seconds taken off the clock. Huff off the screen, in trouble, chased by Ole Bell. The throw, and it's caught! Dot boss! The defender had his arms up, and then much like every time I play secondary in college football, 26 is moved out of the way by the wind god or wireframe technology, and Dot Boss makes the move to put more points on the board. Let's take a look again on the replay. Pop fly, old guy has it up, pass by, points on the board. I would break my controller if that happened to me. Break my fucking controller. Just, Agita. 34-19, your score. And folks, be sure to subscribe. It'd mean a lot. Be sure to subscribe and hang out with us here every week on GOTW 2026. No matter the result, this coming next Sunday, it will be the BIC taking on the Renegades, who are 0-1. Will it be two teams trying to get their first win? We will find out. It's time for the 3-on-1 return, and that is brought back by Ashante Worthy. Ashante Worthy trying to put 6 points on the board, but he cannot. Quattrell Huffin, having himself a motherfucking game, gets the stop, and it will be first down Paterson on the ankle tackle from Huff. Quattrell Huffin, and Big Mo said it himself in the chat, single-handedly beating the BIC in all three phases of the game. And just impressive beyond reproach. He's back out there on defense, running the defense. That fatigue level might make sense now. Cole Gardella saying, can we give Huff MVP off of one game? I'm ready to do so. He might be the Intergalactic Player of the Week with this kind of momentum. Stephen Jones set up to the right of Codrington. The snap, Jones. Kept by Codrington. Sterry Codrington trying to okey-doke. Cannot get past the first down marker. Gets to the 32. It'll be second down. The quarterback keeper starting things in a positive way for the BIC on their first possession of the third quarter. Unable to get it off the blocks. As the BIC find themselves in trouble. Down 16 to the Paterson U. They are down 2 8-point scores. And they're going to need the help of the one thing that hindered them in the first half, and that's the get back. But the first thing they got to do is score on this drive. Kason Campbell at the top of your screen. Ashante Worthy in the slot. The handoff to Stephen Jones. Jones slips through. Flag on the play. That could give them the first down. But it's on Trenton, and the penalties have been piling up for the BIC, especially when it comes to holding. And it looks like that will be what gets them far beyond the initial line of scrimmage. It'll be a 10-yard penalty, and it'll be 2nd and 11. 13-22. And this offensive line, quite impressive, but might have hurt the BIC's cause sometimes as much as helped it, as it will be 2nd and 11, empty backfield for Sterry, 3 wide receivers. Pressure coming over the middle, and that one off the hand of Ashante Worthy makes it 3rd down. And the BIC, as defending national champions, have never won or gone to back-to-back title games as the defending champion. They went in 21 and 22, lost in 21, won in 22. In 2023, Paterson U were the ones who derailed their hopes of going not only undefeated but back to the national championship. In the playoffs, in this very same venue, timeout called by Paterson. Interesting call there by the team with a 16-point lead. But they will call the timeout here with 12:31 left to go in the 3rd quarter. If you're Sterry Codrington, I don't know what you have to do here. I don't know who your main issue is with. Richie Augusto and company running off the sideline, the coaching staff trying to talk things over. We've seen the BIC fall behind or have some troubles in week 1 in the past. But to this extent, I'm not sure. Codrington on 3rd and 11 throws this one, almost picked off. Kason Campbell had his hand on it, but it will be 4th and 11. The BIC looking for a flag, and they will get one. That's Prince Ream out there with Huff, holding on the defense. So they will get a bit of bail. It'll be 1st and 10. Interesting move there by the ref. Interesting call there. The BIC get a little bit of bail with 12:19 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Matt Ryan here with you on the Intergalactic Sports Network and the Creator Sports Network. So glad you are joining us on this Sunday afternoon. Been a great and interesting day of football so far. But we will see what happens coming out of our first half. Paterson scored on their first drive of the half, following a great 3-on-1 return from Willie Easterling. "12 minutes left to go in the 3rd. It'll be 1st and 10 for the BIC. Jones back out there with Blacknall, Worthy. They will be joined by Bell, Skylar Lash, and K-Wack Carnell Wachter. Jones will be set up in the backfield. Adjustment made by Codrington to the offensive line. Jones set up to the right of Codrington. 2 wide receivers. They hand off by Jones. Jones changes direction and gets brought down at the 34. They might give him the 35, but it'll be 2nd down. The BIC get a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 after the carry by Jones. Ashante Worthy will come back onto the sideline. Codrington will run off for a moment to discuss things with the coaches. It'll be Blacknall, Jones, and Worthy as eligible receiver options unless Bell or Skylar Lash declare. 2nd and 5. Blacknall at the bottom of your screen. Codrington will keep it. Lash with a little bit of protection, and they will get to the 1st down marker at the 39, and they will move the sticks. It'll be 1st and 10 for the BIC at the 39 with 10:21 and should be counting. There it is. Dave Valley, I heard, was on the BIC. He might not have been able to make it to this week's game. I do know that there were members of the BIC roster who were unavailable this week. I just wasn't knowing the extent of that. But if you have Lash, Bell, and Valley out there, that's a fucking problem. Got Blacknall, KK, and now Worthy in motion. He will go to the left. The throw off the screen. Blacknall makes the catch. Lash on the block, but not able to get more than to the 45. Another intermediate gain for Codrington and this offense. Another gain of 5, and Blacknall showing off that speed that Cole Gardella saw in MetLife Stadium in 2020 and what Nittany Lions fans saw on Saturdays. As it will be 2nd and 5, 9:23 and counting. 2 wide receivers, the handoff to Jones. No, Codrington will keep it. Rolls out to his right. Codrington will get on his bicycle. He will get to the sideline, and he will get to the 40. He will find himself out of play before that. Interruption near the 30-yard line, but it'll be enough for another first down for Codrington and Trenton as things roll on as the clock continues to tick down with 9:02 left to go in the third. GOTW with Matt Ryan here live on the Creator Sports Network and also on the Intergalactic Sports Network. We see again on the replay Codrington taking his time, knowing the pressure in front of him and behind him, and just making the solid, silent decision-making that has been the key to this team over the last few seasons. And it will be 1st and 10. Ball on the 39-yard line. In motion is Kason Campbell. Campbell will keep it off the rocket screen. Gets to the 35 and is brought down for another gain of 4 or 5. They've been taking yards on this drive in 4 to 5 yard chunks, and also those breakoffs by Codrington. And another quick play, whittling down the field and getting the BIC closer and closer to the end zone for the first time since the middle point of the second quarter. Paterson, I believe, have scored 3 unanswered touchdowns off the back of a get back from on the BIC. A turnover on Ashante Worthy from Quattrell Huffin. And a return from Willie Easterling to set up another Huff touchdown. The snap. Codrington facing pressure. Throws this one down the street. Not close enough to Worthy, and it will be 3rd down. They tried to go downfield on a big play, but the wind not cooperating with Sterry Codrington. Earlier today, you saw the Animals beat the Renegades 34-22. The Lexington Phantoms 26-20 against the Heathens. That game's still going on, but the Phantoms taking an unlikely lead on the road against the Heathens. And at 7 o'clock, it'll be Insomniacs and Sick with it, and at 10 o'clock, Hunters and the Stealth. You can watch those games on wherever you can watch those games. Codrington steps up, throws over the middle, caught by KK, and Campbell will find himself driving with Huff holding on for dear life like a child on its first day to kindergarten. Campbell gets the first down. And it will be 1st and 10 for the BIC as they continue to whittle the clock down. Clock should be running here. We see on the replay, Codrington facing pressure from all sides, but still able to have a pocket cobbled out for him by that offensive line, giving him more than enough time to get it to KK, who sets him up now at the 23-yard line. Jones set up to the right. The snap. The throw underneath to SJ, and another gain of about 5. Number 9 in on the stop. Huff will be the one who might get credited for the tackle if someone's doing stats. And it will be 2nd down, another chunk yardage gain of about 5 yards. They've been really operating. Oh, it's 7 yards on that one. Those intermediate plays have been serving Sterry Codrington well. He's got so many options. Even the check down could be an option number one on another team. SJ, a former member of the Paterson U, he's been on both sides of this rivalry. But I believe his second season with the BIC, second straight season with the BIC, you have Worthy on one side, Blacknall on the other. The snap, the screen, throw to Worthy. Worthy. Oh, that's Manny Diaz, pardon me. And Diaz barely able to hold on to the ball. I had to remember the skinnier ones, Manny. Even though Manny's bulked up. Like, that's the thing. Manny Diaz bulked up a little bit. It's either that or he's wearing multiple T-shirts. I'm not sure. I got to talk with Kenny about a 1-2 per line. Or some sort of demarcation. Maybe get Manny a nice hat. Maybe a reverse Kangol. Or you think he could wear a beret? I got to ask Will if wearing a beret is legal in the A7FL. Because, you know, you let Huff and the Bedazzled Scully rock, I would think you would let a Bedazzled Beret rock. Just Manny, black, you know, in bedazzled letters. I think it would look nice. But then again, I don't have a job. Matt Ryan here with you. GOTW 2026. First down, I think. One thing, the sticks say one thing, the scoreboard says another. Codrington takes off. He's able to spin dash and keep momentum. And brought down at the 7-yard line. So it's either first and goal or second and mid. It's 2nd and 5, another 5-yard gain. Those intermediate gains again have been paying dividends as this Paterson U defense not really able to get those stops 5-10 yards off of scrimmage. They're getting enough to stop first downs on first down. They're not scoring on the big play, but the BIC beating them up on short yardage. Unsure of what the flag is. Might have been just a warning. 2nd and 5, 3:24. 3 wide receivers set to the right. Codrington has Worthy in motion. Codrington tosses it back. Ball's loose. Worthy can't get to it. Worthy can't get. Can he get? He gets there. Whoo, that was a dangerous game on 2nd and 5, and it'll be 3rd and 12. That was super scary. Not what you want, not what you need. If you are the BIC, you see Worthy checking the back of his head. That is not good. That is not great if you are the BIC. He went for that ball, but ooh. Number 13's knee, luckily, narrowly avoided the back of Ashante's head, so it is now 3rd and 13. Watch for Blacknall, top right of your screen. KK back out there for the BIC. And unsure of what the call is. And they're waving off the flag. It looked like the ref was trying to initiate like false start or something, but unsure and not whoop. And the stream is we lost the stream. That's not good. That's OVW for some reason. Don't want that. So we're going to go back to my face as we try to figure out what's going on. Yep, the stream's offline. On an integral part of the play, we have lost our stream and now have some OVW thing. So that's good. That's good. I don't know what this is, and I want none of this. All right. We have technical difficulties. I'm unsure of what happened, folks. I'm trying to figure out what the deal is. Yeah, no, that's not good. That's not great. We don't know what's going on, so I'm going to have to pull up the YouTube and see what is actually happening. And the BIC did not get a chance to score as we immediately dashed. The BIC gave up the ball, and now it's in the possession of the Paterson U. As I hurry to try and fix our technical difficulties, as we are back to action, 46 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Paterson came up with the ball. .26 seconds and counting, 35-19, and the BIC on their only drive of the third quarter. And at the end of the third quarter, your score, 35-19. The BIC with the BIC not with the lead. They are down, and it looks like the Paterson U in these final 15 minutes might walk out of here 1-0. And Trenton asking a lot of questions heading into week 2. Speaking of week 2, the next time we'll join you is this coming Sunday, 7 days from now, live 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific. Trenton taking on East Orange. That action will start live right here, 4 o'clock Eastern, 3:45 for the pregame spiel if you want to come hang out while we get ready. And it was an incomplete pass on 4th down. Thank you so much to John Webster for letting us know what the deal was there. And now, 1st and 10 at the start of our fourth quarter, the final 15. Pardon me, it'll be 2nd and short as we see the Seagulls of Asbury Park making themselves known as Huff having himself a day, dissecting the Trenton BIC defense and also making hay on defense for the Paterson U, as the vivisection of this game for Kenny Stansberry and his coaching staff might not be a happy one. Down by 16 with only 15 minutes left on the clock. Matt Ryan joining you here on the Creator Sports Network and IGSN. Luckily for us, we were able to pull the feed from YouTube to keep it going. So it will be 1st and 10. As the BIC on defense look to get the stop. Huff with Mayweather set to his left. Isaac Negron set up in the center. Some adjustments on the defensive line. You see Tahim Duran trying to make some stuff happen. Trying to coach and organize out there on secondary. I am confused by the lack of Trey Baskerville here. I don't know if Trey got hurt. I'm unsure, but not having someone like him in this situation, unless Huff has that sixth sense to break him down and work around the athleticism and length of Trey Baskerville. That's one thing. But right here, at the start of our fourth quarter, what do you do if you're the Trenton BIC? What's the plan? How do you fight back against what's been thrown in front of you? That, to me, is the biggest question. How do you stop Quattrell Huffin? What do you throw in front of Huff for as long as you need to get your offense to get that one big play, to get back into some sort of syncope? Because we've seen it. The BIC offense is in sync, but one attempt at trying to be flashy or trying to be a little too cute on offense has put them behind the 8 ball here. That and the get back. We cannot illustrate how much the get back played into this game. That was the thing that turned it all around. And Quattrell Huffin, right now, if you're one of the remaining teams playing against the Paterson U this year, pray that Huff is not the one throwing the ball off. Pray that this was him just trying to make a statement. Because you are going to be in for a long year if you are any other team in the A7FL and you don't respect what Quattrell Huffin is doing and what he did today. This is an MVP caliber moment from one of the best players in our league's history. If this is his last season, and I'm always a little weary if it's someone's last season or not, fuck. This is a great way to write your final chapter. Defeat the defending national champions on the biggest game of the week, on the biggest platform possible in this league. Run through them. One-man wrecking crew, setting the tone himself as we await the start of our fourth quarter. I'm Matt Ryan here with you, hopefully making this worth it on a Sunday, because you've made it worth it for me. I appreciate everybody hanging out with us as we await a return to action. Unsure what the issue is. We might have lost feed from site. Might have I don't know what happened. I don't know. Like, we're live. They're live. So I'm not sure what's going on. Who knows? I don't. 35-19 your score. Matt Ryan here with you on the A7FL. Well, no, the GOTW 2026. I'm so conditioned to say that. But we'll cut back to action now. We're back to it. Start of your fourth quarter. Huff with the ball. Man in motion. The toss. That's Easterling. Met immediately at the line. Stopped and stifled, maybe for a gain of 1. The clock will continue to run, and it'll be second down for Paterson. Got a lot of big bodies and a lot of guys who have played important minutes in this league, whether it's Dot Boss, Markeith Williamson, whether it's Quattrell Huffin, Willie Easterling. These are key components. You got Dakari Mims out there. He's got a touchdown so far today. Big play, Haas Dubois. He was a huge weapon leading up for this team last season. He was a guy that was in Huff's spot when Huff got down, got hurt, and got injured. They'll send Dot Boss out wide. Willie Mayweather will step up. Huff saw something. Here comes the pressure. Huff will go on it on his own. Huff will get the first down and run out of play at the 30. The BIC that's coming in from Cole Gardella have not lost a regular season game since 2023. That is an impressive streak no matter the league. And the team that beat them, that's right, you guessed it, the Paterson U. But Huff was on the animals. That's the funny thing. That's the funny thing. Huff has not been able to beat the BIC since returning to the U. The U have that win built off of plays like this. Willie Easterling. The U just grinding away at the BIC. The same way the BIC was going at it in the first half. In those first couple of drives, BIC score on their first 2 drives. And since their third drive, they have been stymied. Paterson coming from a 12-7 deficit, an 18-7 deficit, now lead a 19-12 deficit, now lead 35-19. BIC leaving championship points on the table, which makes this an off-balance score. The get back playing a huge wedge. The snap, the handoff, Easterling gets a carry, not enough for the first, but gets him a yard away. It'll be 3rd and 1. And I would consider this to be 4 down yardage for Paterson. It's not 4 down territory for Paterson, but it certainly is 4 down yardage for Paterson. Clock continuing to tick down. BIC need to get a stop here, get a touchdown, and try to utilize the get back as their way to get back into this game. The wrinkle that rarely played a part in last season because it was only in the fourth quarter off the screen to Dot Boss. He gets the first down, gets near the 45. Won't be enough to get past the 45, but gets the first down. Actually, they'll call him around the 43, and that will be another first down for Paterson. They'll keep the same personnel. Empty backfield for Huff. 3 wide receivers. The snap in trouble. Huff met by Ole Bell and Baskerville, who's back out there. The toss, the play, and again, big Haas Dubois get right there for Huff in the middle of all the chaos. Doesn't get the first down, but gets 8 to make it 2nd and 2. Great pressure there, but Huff, like Vic and Madden 04, nearly unstoppable so far today. The snap, Huff in trouble, met by Bell and Negron, ball knocked out, but that will knock out of bounds. Isaac Negron gets his first sack of the year against his former teammate, an emphatic one. It'll make it 3rd down, but they still have to fight back. This is not this might be the turnaround point for the BIC, but they still have to score 16 to get back into this one. Ole Bell there with the pressure, and then Negron helping bring Huff down. And there you see Negron activating that silverback instinct. 3rd and 13, a loss of 12 on the play, making it now not 4 down yardage or 4 down territory for the BIC. Matt Ryan here with you on the Creative Sports Network. Lexington Phantom seemingly might have won the throw on 3rd down and incomplete. It will be a 4th down. Isaac Negron saving the day for the BIC along with Ole Bell. So now on 4th and 13, it looks like the Paterson U will have to throw this one off. Huff and Mayweather will stay out there. It'll be an untimed down, so the clock will stop. We'll see where it's reset to. But this coming in, the Virginia Heathens are 0-1. The Lexington Phantoms walking out of week 1 1-0. Their first game in A7FL history is a victory. A 32-20 win. An upset. An upset for certain as the Virginia Heathens fall to 0-1. 35-19 your score here in Asbury Park, though. Well, they're in Asbury Park. I'm in Queens. But it will be 4th and 13. Throwing the ball off for the Paterson U will be 00 Aubrey Beefy Minor, alongside Dakari Mims and Quattrell Huffin. Huff more than likely will make this a long throw and try to get it out of bounds. It's a dead ball play. The clock will not run. And Huff throws this one, and that one will bounce into the back of the end zone. And are they calling that out at the 1, or are they calling that a touchback? Because if that went out at the 1, that is an insane slide. Shante Worthy a little unhappy that he wasn't able to return that one. But it looks like it will be a 99-yard sojourn. Huff skips the stone across the pond in Asbury and gives Sterry Codrington a gift of 99 yards to try and get to the end zone. That might be the most asshole-ish thing I've ever seen. Oh, fuck. Goodness gracious me, oh my. 35-19 your score. The BIC down by 16. Need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions to tie this one up. 3 wide receivers set. 3 on the line. 4 rushing. The snap. Codrington will just get on his bicycle, and he is going to try to run on 99 yards. Huff is chasing after him, but he will get stopped at the 37, and that'll be a first down for the BIC. It looked like Sterry was revving his engines, getting ready for that, and holy shit, does it pay off for Codrington. Somehow, someway, he made that work. And gets the first down and then some as the BIC found themselves behind the 8 ball, but the MVP showing up and Codrington to Worthy. Skylar Lash with the block. Another first down and then some. Holding on to the jersey. Worthy to the 50 and another first down for the defending national champions. BIC trying to get back into this game as we get deeper and deeper later and later into the night here in Asbury Park. Matt Ryan here with you. The throw on first down. Ashante Worthy with the catch. Slip, slide, 8-point game. 12, pardon me. Touchdown BIC. Worthy got me so fucked up I don't know math anymore. 35 to 24. 23, pardon me. 25, fuck. I forgot math. It's a 10-point game. That play had me forget 2nd through 7th grade. Worthy from his own 45 gets it to Worthy at the 20, and Worthy somehow, someway broke loose from his defender who was inspecting the gravel inside the turf at Asbury Park Stadium. The referee getting the fuck out the way, going, whoa, none of that shit. Hits a Roger Dorn, some of the Olay bullshit, and makes room as Sterry Codrington puts 6 on the board. The BIC have to go for 2 from the 10. In hopes of making this an 8-point game. Kason Campbell in motion. The snap. Codrington throws through the window! Can't get there! That should be pass interference, and it is! They're calling it pass interference. And the same end zone that has made and broken championship dynasties once again is on some fuck shit as the Asbury Park goal line creates chaos in that right end zone. So now we have ourselves another thing that could only be described as an insane rules situation in a whose line is it anyway ass league. So I don't know if you got to call Drew Carey, Aisha Tyler. Hold on one second. Oh, Clive Anderson. I almost asked Steph who hosted the original. So they will take back the flag. It is a 3-on-1 throw-off, but the get-back is in play, people. The get-back is in play. And it will be the BIC throwing off. Throw is up. It is caught. It's got to be stopped behind a 20, and the Paterson U and Willie Mayweather have no problem with that. And it will be Trey Cohen in on the stop in 1st and 10 for Trenton. $7:45 left to go in our 4th quarter. Matt Ryan here with you. And it was a tip ball. That shouldn't have been a PI, but how close we came. How close we truly came to more nonsense. 1st and 10. Man in motion, and Wheelie Mayweather gets the ball off the handoff and immediately gets caught by the turf monster, and it will be 2nd down. Under 7 minutes to go in our 4th quarter in regulation. Now it's 6:42 and counting. Paterson have 2 timeouts. Dot boss Markeith Williamson considers himself an eligible receiver. False start on the offense will make this now 2nd and 18. As the BIC once again get a little bit of bail in the form of an untimely penalty. And now Huff, the snap, he'll keep it. The toss, that's to Mayweather, and Mayweather will get stopped by Trey Cohen at the 39, and that will make it 3rd down. Clock continuing to run here. A 10-point game for the BIC, who desperately need another score and need the get back, the thing that has hindered them here. The reason why they're down by 10 is because of Quattrell Huffin and the power of the get back. Trey Baskerville on the defensive line. He sets up on the edge. And you see the Phantoms defeated the Heathens 32-20. The snap, Huff in trouble. Finds his way around. Ole and Trey Baskerville. And that one looking for a flag. Blacknall looking for a flag for intentional grounding. Either way, it is 4th down. They're trying to get him 5 yards back. But with Huff's arm, I don't know how much that would matter. I get the moral justification, but it was a lateral. I don't know. I'm not a fucking referee. Fourth and 11. The clock will stop, and it will be a 3-on-1 throw-off on 4th and 11 for the BIC. Matt Ryan here with you on the A7FL Game of the Week. Matt Ryan here with you, and I'll be with you next week, where potentially 2 0-1 teams will be facing off. But with 5 minutes left to go, who knows what will happen? As 5 minutes in the A7FL can take an eternity. What will happen here as we get closer and closer to the end of week 1? We got 2 more games coming up in this league a little bit later on. They have games at 7 and 10. Insomniacs take on Sick With It. And the Stealth take on the Hunters. And that is a line drive punt. They will call out a play at around the 14-yard line. BIC made do last time. But now 5 minutes left to go. And Huff talking with his sideline. He's staying out there on defense, I believe. But from the 14-yard line, BIC will have an 86-yard sojourn to the end zone. Campbell set at the bottom of your screen. Diaz along with Worthy. The snap. Codrington throws it over the middle of KK. Campbell stays upright, gets the first down, tries to get around Huff, but caught by 22. Brought down inside the 30, brought down at the 27-yard line, and it will be 1st and 10 for Trenton. Campbell. Unsure what that looks like. False start on the BIC, obviously, but unsure why Kason took off running like that. And there's the play again. A little bit of a decoy situation. Pick your poison. KK getting past the first tackler. Then 22. Because Huff was standing there like a point guard trying to guard ISO. So 21 came behind with the protection. Campbell. Oh, the throw, and that one intended for Harris. Not able to get there. Codrington was in trouble. Not able to get it to the eligible tight end, so it will be 3rd down. A 2nd down. 2nd and 15. Unsure why it's 15, but I believe it's just 2nd and 10. They'll rotate. I believe Bell back in on the offensive line. Campbell. Joined by Manny Diaz, KK. Manny Diaz, Ashante Worthy, and K. Weck, who's at center, along with Bell and Skylar Lash on the offensive line. To throw, caught by Campbell. Campbell at the 30. And that will keep the clock in the game moving. Under 3.5 minutes now, the 3:15 mark. BIC need to operate with some expediency. From the 30-yard line. Snap. Codrington will run it. Codrington will get the first down and run out of play at the 41. They'll mark him out at the 42. Clock continuing to run until our 2-minute warning. Unsure why the clock stopped at 2:51. There we go. Back to it at 2:49 and counting. Take a look again at the replay. Codrington was able to find the seam off rip and get the first down. The snap. Codrington with time. But time is the enemy here, and that one was intended for Manny Diaz, and it will be 2nd down. The clock will continue to run. 2:15 now. You got to wonder if the BIC, they have one play to get off before the 2-minute warning, and it will be 2nd down. 2:06 and counting, 3 wide receivers set. Codrington launches this one deep downfield, and that one is incomplete. Trey Cohen and Blacknall not there, and at the 2-minute warning, it's 35-25. And the BIC need a lot from the football gods in these final 2 minutes, as you wonder if the axis of the A7FL will find itself turning in the waning moments of Week 1 in the Eastern Conference. A BIC team with a lot of the same pieces from last year, including some new improved parts. But you gotta wonder what the rust was like, and this Paterson U team was coming with a right hand. The throw on the screen to Kason Campbell. Campbell finds his way past the 50 to the 49, and the clock will continue to run. In the hurry up now, a hallmark of the classic U offenses from Huff. The snap, plays live. Codrington using it to his advantage to the deep ball. Ashante Worthy keeps it going, but brought down in bounds. Brought down in bounds by Prince Ream. So this clock continues to run the 90-second mark. Ashante Worthy not plus, though. Not using any of the advantages of stopping the clock, just trying to use the time as a weapon. Codrington on his bicycle. He evades the sack off defensive lineman, eats the turf. Codrington caught, and that's Trey Cohen for the touchdown. Hits the flip, but still a sojourn to go 35-32. 35-31 now your score. The BIC down but not out, fighting against the dying of the light here in the waning moments of the fourth quarter. Codrington using the clock to his advantage, waiting it out, and Trey Cohen hoping to stay a 1 seed like Duke, Arizona, Michigan, or Florida in the NCAA. You see the other, one of those games already happened, so 2 of those games are up next because it is we saw the final. We saw the final for one of those games, so we know that it's not coming up. But we have an extra point. Matt Ryan here, the voice of whatever this is, going for 1 from the 5. The snap by Codrington. Has time on the untimed down. Will he just run it in himself? No, he will throw it to the back of the end zone, and it remains a 4-point game with 1:11 left to go. But the get back is in play in our final 2 minutes. What will happen in a exhilarating, shocking, moderately jarring opening day in the A7FL as the BIC are down to the Paterson U, the last 2 teams from the Eastern Conference to win a national championship. The only team not named the Las Vegas Insomniacs to hold it this decade are the Paterson U and the Trenton BIC. So when you think of the top teams in this league, it very much is the Paterson U and the BIC alongside the Vegas Insomniacs. Once again, the get-back rule is in effect. That means if they stop the defender behind the 20-yard line, that means that the BIC would get the ball back. The get-back is a dangerous game, and right now, it is on the back. That's Matt Riddick. Matt Riddick is out there. Trey Cohen is out there. They're waiting for the call for the throw. Looking for some sort of call to get this going. Matt Riddick, who served such an important part of the national championship game, back out there. And what might be the most important play of, if not this game, the BIC season. Obviously, it's week 1, but this is quite possibly the determining factor in if we might see Insomniacs BIC in an eventual Final Four, unless that Final Four turns out to not be that Final Four. Either way, are the BIC playing with house money? It's on the arm of Matt Riddick and the power of this return team to try to get the ball back. That is caught at the 20. That will be giving the opportunity for the Paterson U to get the ball back and sent down emphatically was Dwan Williams. And the BIC will walk back out on defense with on the 39. After another return from Willie Mayweather, the get back not able to pay dividends. The arm of Matt Riddick got it to the 15, but the speedsters weren't able to get anything going. BIC have all of their timeouts. Paterson U have 2. So there is still hope for something to still happen. If you're a BIC fan, if you're rooting for Trenton, there's still hope. But Quattro Huffin looking to shut the door and get his first win over the BIC since the 2021 National Championship. That is the last time Huff beat the BIC. Same venue, 5 years ago. Huff looking to shut the door on that chapter and make the conversation about the U. Willie Mayweather, gain of about 7. And that will see the BIC waste the timeout. 1:03 left to go. At least I think they did. As the clock, clock stopped. That was the timeout. (35-31) your score. Paterson U controlling the momentum of this game since halftime. When they turned the tide and Quattro Huff and put the game on his back, put the Paterson U on his back. And now is a minute 3 and 4 points away from defeating the defending national champions on opening day. Mayweather makes the push, and will he get the first down? He does, and they get him out of bounds with 56 seconds left to go. The clock should stop, and it does. We'll wonder if they reset it to 56, but it seems like let's see here on the first down. Trying to cloud the line, trying to put as many bodies in front of it as possible. But the BIC defense, who played so brilliantly at times, the only team to get a sack today. The clock was reset to 55. It will be 1st and 10. Ryan Shamar arguing that they didn't tackle him out of bounds. Mayweather again. He stays up trying to swat the ball out, but they will stop him behind the line, and it will be 2nd down. The BIC burning another timeout. It will be 2nd. And we will find out. Once again, next week, it will be the BIC taking on the East Orange Renegades. You can join us live at 4 o'clock Eastern. And Huff will kneel down, make it 3rd down, and force the BIC to burn their final timeout, or this one will be all over. And the BIC waste their final timeout. 43 seconds left to go. Let me know what you think, and easiest way to do that is by subscribing. So please, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you want to join us in the future here on GOTW 2026. And be sure to subscribe to my podcast, Sounds of the Game, where you get in-depth coverage of everything around the league from an unbiased and fairly pragmatic perspective. See Ryan Shamar and Quattro Huffin having a tete-a-tete during the timeout. BIC took their final timeout. It's 3rd and 10. Conventional thinking would be you kneel down. Matt Riddick and Ryan Shamar conversing. And in the victory formation will be Paterson. Willie Easterling set out at the bottom of your screen. They'll send him in motion. The snap, the handoff, Easterling. Ball gets knocked out. BIC do not have it, and with 35 seconds left to go, it's 4th down. And this one seems to be all but over. One last play. And the BIC will fall to 0-1. Paterson will go to 1-0. And this one will be all over. The Paterson U get the victory and walk out of week 1 with the win over the Trenton BIC, at least it seems. Okay, well, we'll figure out what the clock is in a second. Because that would be great. The drink I am going to have after this game. 2 seconds left, and there we are. Yes? No? Maybe? Nothing like a great game ending in a juxtaposed anticlimax. 1 second is left on the clock. It's a 15-second runoff, maybe? The snap. He runs back, does Prince Riemann. He lays down, and the Paterson U get the win over the Trenton BIC for the first time since 2023, and a kayfabe brawl breaks out. It's all nothing but love and respect. What a great game from the Paterson U. Honestly, what a game from the U. Quattrell Huffin, MVP of the game, MVP caliber game, 35-31 your final score. Who knows what the fuck will happen over the next 4 weeks, but the BIC start 0-1. The Paterson U and start 1-0. What happens next week? We'll find out. Listen to Sounds of the Game for all the information coming out of this week. I'll let you know who the guests are on Creator Sports Net on Instagram. I'm Matt Ryan. For all of us here at the Creator Sports Network and the Intergalactic Sports Network, saying so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye, and so long.